All right, let's take a look at some rough rocks. I believe these gentlemen vend in Kino. Real quick, let's find a spray bottle. Are you folks in Kino?
Yes.
I thought so. I missed you. Some Indonesian palm roots, $6 a pound, or 100 pounds for $5. Let's see if we can find some figuring. Pretty cool. Some nice color in there. Looks more like traditional petrified wood than I'm used to seeing in palm wood. Here's some second grade Laguna number 2. Here's some of the purples that I love. $30 a pound. This is maybe $12, $15. Make one cap out of that. You can easily get 50. Nice quartz in the middle of those fantastic bands of agate. For those of you that don't know, there are some lapidaries out there that only cut agate. Some black palm root from Indonesia, $6 a pound, or 100 for $5 each. Or 100 pounds for $5 a pound. The black palm root, definitely kind of want to get some of the other color in there, because sometimes it can just, you can end up with like a black cab. This has got some nice little specks going on there. How do you say that? Iroquois? I can't read that. What does that say? It's a different type of Laguna. There's that purple and pink I love so much. This is also $30 a pound. Look at that side right there. A lot of people ask, what's the water for? Well, as you might have just saw, the water will clean up some of the dirt, but also hydrate the stone so you can see a little bit more of what the color would be after you cut it and polish it. I mean, if you just took a look at this, it's hard to see what's in there, you know? But if you spray it down, then it really comes to life. Indonesian snow agate, again, $6 a pound, or 100 pounds for $5 a pound. I had the pleasure of showing you folks some of their awesome stuff this year in Kino at the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show. What is that called? Botroidal? Those little bubbles? I don't know. Almost looks like Graveyard Point. A little bit. less yellow than some of the other stuff I've seen from Graveyard Point. You know, out of all the agates I've ever cut, Graveyard Point seems to be one of the easiest for me. I wonder if it's because the inclusions are a lot softer than the agate around it. I really don't know, but I do enjoy cutting that Graveyard Point. Scary name, though. Agua Nueva, 14 a pound, or $12 a pound if you buy 100 pounds. A piece like this is probably like 50 cents. How much would you pay for a piece like this, folks? At a rock show, you could pay something like $15 for this one little piece. That's why you got to go to Keno or Tucson and buy directly from fine folks like these guys. I believe this company is called MP. I'll go get a card over there. They do not do phone sales, I believe. Is this what they call Gary Green? That petrified bogwood? 120 for that nice hunk right there. You could make thousands of dollars worth of product out of a piece like that for 120. 82 for that beauty. Got a big Santa sack. 125 for that big setup right there. All of these must be like vibro-lapped or done on like a bull wheel. This vendor used to sell a type of grinder called the Ultimate Grinder, which is similar to a bull wheel. It spins twice as fast as a traditional lapidary machine and uses silicon carbide, dry, no water. You have to wear a professional respirator, using stuff like the bull wheels and the Ultimate grinders, but you get incredible polishes like this. Very, very fast. I could not get something this polished on, you know, my Titans or my Cab Kings or my Easy Cabs, at least in any reasonable amount of time, compared to those machines that spin at 3250 RPM, use silicon carbide and then cerium oxide. Absolutely fantastic. This is some Sunstone from Tanzania. Not quite the same look as the Oregon Sunstones, but still beautiful and a lot more affordable.
You ought to send them in those bags like they send them here.
It's a beautiful giant sack of Sunstone. This is Mexican Sunstone. It looks a lot like Libyan glass. I've seen people actually sell this as Libyan glass to like hustle people, because the Libyan glass can go for a pretty penny. This is $15 a pound for the Mexican Sunstone. And this is Ocean Jasper, and this is the name of the variety. $6 a pound or $5 a pound if you buy 100 pounds. How would you say this? Name right there.
Kabambi.
Kabambi.
Kabambi Ocean Jasper.
I believe the story, or at least the word on the street, is that the gentleman from the gem shop, or the gem shop, Eugene Mueller, actually named this material. The story I heard is that he sold a bunch of the material. He had to come up with a name, and so he named it Ocean Jasper, which is kind of a basic name. But when the industry uses a name, it doesn't matter how simple or how complex it is, that the name sticks. And he soon named a material called Ocean Wave, and he said he wished he named this material Ocean Wave and gave the Ocean Wave a different name. But when you're selling, you know, 50 tons of a material, the buyer wants a name. You know, it'll help the sale. I heard the story of Tiffany Stone is that one of the people, not the person who owns the mine, but somebody who bought a lot of the material from them, actually named the material after his daughter. And so that's a case of someone who's not the direct miner giving a name that the industry just took and it's stuck with. A similar story with that Parcellus Purple Passion. The mine owner did not like it being called Purple Passion. He thought it was a little too feminine, but the people spoke and the name stuck. I do believe there's 2 different variations of this ocean jasper. I don't cut this stuff a lot. It's actually one of those materials I prefer to buy already done because of how difficult it is to polish. But some people like the challenge. Amazing material. I love the way this material looks. It actually seems to have gotten more affordable over the years. Or at least these folks just have really good prices, and you can find them at the Keno Electric Sports Complex, as well as here in Denver. I don't know if they do any other shows. Real quick, before we get away from this booth, we'll take a look at these cool vintage Charoite slabs. I picked one of these up for a friend. These are going for $40 a pound. This one's 4.4 pounds, so about 200 bucks. These are really cool. Surface polish, beauties from Russia. So easy to make your money back on these blocks, bricks. Bricks or blocks. $94 for this one. A lot of people are used to the higher qualities nowadays where it's like just pure purple chatoyance. I like the bubbles. I like the dirt. Gives it something to look at, but I do understand the variation in this. I believe the gentleman says that they only had that one stack that you might have seen from my Tucson videos, and when they're gone, they don't have any more. And I believe they said the first grade of that stack is gone, and this is the second grade. Check out that big bad girl right there of Charoite from Siberia. I think it's Siberia. People say Russia. This is 100 pounds. It says $100 pound. I think it's saying it's 42 pounds. So what is that? 4,200. Hand up to it so you folks can see how big it is. And the gentleman's helping other people, but I'll go back to my Tucson video and get the name of this company for you. I believe it's like MP or something. Check them out in Denver and in Tucson. Here's some South African Sodalite. $4 a pound or $3 a pound if you buy 100 pounds or more. Beautiful. I made an old video on Sodalite and on how this material was traded all over the world, including Peru, Carausupe, places like that. And it used to be known as the poor man's lapis. Now that, well, since it's been called that back during the turn of the century, this material has definitely got its own identity, and lapis was for a while a lot more affordable than it was, which helped give this material its own identity again. Now lapis is on the rise, especially during the current political climate in Afghanistan. But I love this stuff. I don't cut too much of it, but I do like it a lot. Rainforest. Jasper from Australia. I did meet the gentleman whose father brought this material to the market. The father was also one of the gentlemen to help bring chrysoprase to the market. Cool stuff. I think that gentleman works for Broken River Mining. I don't know why I remember anything anymore. But I remember that. $5 a pound or $4 if you buy 100 pounds or more. Really cute stuff. Almost looks like ocean jasper, but not. And then of course tiger's eye from South Africa, $4 a pound or $3 a pound if you buy 100 pounds or more. There's some nice chatoyance on that piece there. I kind of killed the look here on camera by wetting it. I don't really enjoy cutting this material that much because it's one of those materials that you can just buy a giant cab from a wholesaler with a really good polish for like $1. So what's the point of spending all your time cutting it and polishing it unless you really like it? Need a superior polish or a particular shape for your art. I do get that, but really it's just one of those pieces that are better to just buy already cut and polished. Unless you just enjoy cutting it. That should be the real reason why anyone is cutting this, because they love it. Some thunder eggs. Is this from the Friday Ranch? I don't know. I do not see the Richardsons here though. I wonder if they do. Denver. I feel like I saw Mr. Richardson driving around on his forklift years ago here. I don't really know. I heard that they've since closed the Richardson Ranch for rock hounding, which is a huge disappointment. Can you hold this for a second? Mr. Richardson and his family have been letting people on their ranch for years to harvest the Friday plume and the thunder eggs especially. And they're the manufacturers of the Richardson high-speed grinder, which is one of the best high-speed grinders in the industry for polishing agates. High-speed grinders are like bull wheels or the ultimate grinder. I have a Richardson Ranch high-speed grinder that I traded for a saw. I will be making a video on soon. Look at this, $10 for that pair. $10. I could not polish that for 10 bucks. I would probably charge more to cut this nicely without any saw marks for more than 10 bucks. That is crazy, let alone get that just spectacular polish. Definitely done on a high-speed grinder. That is crazy. I should buy that and give it away to somebody. $42, $100 a pound.
Holy cow.
But then you have to carry it to the car. And I don't know where you parked, but I know where I parked, and I wouldn't want to take it there.
Too far away.
We'll buy it.